And now, ladies and gentlemen, the star of our show, direct from the bar,
Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Alright, let's get back into gold and silver and copper. Look at this. This is a copper round. I own these. We're going to talk about this because people are asking me, how do they invest in copper? You can buy like 1 ounce copper rounds. Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. Alright, somebody sent this out as a demo, and I like this because they have sold more silver than is available. For every 1 ounce coin, I believe this is a 1 ounce bar. So for every 1 ounce bar, they sold 35,900 shares, paper shares. Now you understand why they're constantly manipulating the silver and gold prices? Because they owe out the yin yang, and they don't have the silver to cover this. So you could buy like this. See how this? It's a tube of copper coins. You could buy those, or you could buy this. This is a 1 pound bar. See this? Just to show you what a 1 pound bar looks like. Look how tiny it is in my hand. And you can buy these rounds as well too. I like them because of the designs. That's just me. Real quick, let's first get into cryptocurrencies. Man, it is crazy. I'm talking to another friend of mine, and we're talking about cryptocurrencies. And he's like teasing me. He goes, you know, you feel happy that cryptos dropped like it did? I go, no, actually I don't. He's like, why? You talk shit about them for so long, and now you're right. I go, yeah, I understand that I'm right, but that's not the thing. There's a lot of people that got hurt because of this crypto crash, and this is bad. But like I said before, you guys, if you hold the cryptos, if you haven't sold them, you haven't gotten any kind of loss yet. You only lose money when you sell them cheaper than what you bought them for. So if you have faith in cryptocurrencies, just hold on to them, and eventually they'll rebound. That's just my opinion. Anyways, looking at Bitcoin at $88,078.59. Ethereum at $2,949.51. Now, the crazy thing about Ethereum, it hasn't gone up very much, and it hasn't gone down very much. It's been pretty steady. XRP is at $1.88. Solana is at $123.10. Tron's at 29 cents. Dogecoin's at 12 cents. Chainlink's at $11.60. And Stellar Lumens XLM is at 21 cents. Look at this. Look at this. Gold is at $5,610.80. I just barely did a video the other day when it was just below 5,000, and I was listening to Jim Records make a prediction on gold and silver prices, and he was saying, "Wow, I believe that gold will reach $5,500 by the end of 2026." I was like, "No, that's not even really a prediction. That's easy. I can guarantee you that gold will pass up $5,500 per ounce quicker than the end of this year." And look at it, $5,600. Unbelievable. But the one I really went out on a limb for is silver. I said to people that I believe that silver will probably hit $200 by the end of this year. Right now it's at $119.82. We'll get back to these here in just a little bit because I want to show you something. So look, if you want to buy copper rounds, they're really cheap. They're not that expensive at all. And they are moving up in value. You can go to Money Metals. Go to copper rounds. I just showed you some rounds. You come in here, look, 1 ounce copper rounds. That's what I have. So if you buy anywhere between 20 and 480, it's going to cost you $3.44 each. If you buy more than 480, it's going to cost you $2.94. So they're not that very expensive in here. I like these rounds because of the designs, and these are appealing to people. They're willing to pay a little bit more money for these designs. Silver used to have that too in their bars, and now they've gotten creative, and they look really good. These are 5 ounce coins if you want to buy those. They're not that expensive, $18.99. Beautiful design on them. You can buy bars the same way. I just showed you a 1 pound bar right here. They're not very expensive. Here's a kilo bar right there, by the way. You're looking at about $21 for a 1 pound bar. But let's look at kilos. Hold on. Let's take a look at kilos. So 1 kilo bar, all right? $77. So I was saying, you know, I don't know if you want to stack copper this way, but at the rate it's been climbing in value, you might want to. Just hold on to a few of them. Grab a couple kilo bars and just store them away. They're not going to make you rich, but you can make a profit off them. The cool thing about having my channel back, the Pimpy's investment channel, is this. I can go back to old videos. One of the first stock watch videos I ever did, take a look at this. When the market started dipping, I told people, oh, don't trip off them. Look, eventually they'll rebound, and I made this fictitious portfolio. Look how cheap all of the original costs are. Look at Bitcoin. Back then, you could have got it for $6,880. Ethereum for $173. So anyways, I decided I wanted to look these up real quick. See what the value of them are today. Not all of them are there. So they either dropped so low that they're not even there no more, but some of them are still there. Discovery Metal is not there. Endeavor. So you could have bought shares of Endeavor at $1.45 per share. Today it is $13.85 per share. Alexco is no longer there. I cannot find it. First Majestic Silver Corp. Back when I first spoke about it, you could have got them for $7.53 a share. Is one of the ones I recommended. Today it's $26.23. Make Silver, I cannot find no more. Silvercrest Metals, I cannot find anymore. So I don't know what happened to them. But I remember people asked me, hey, what happens if we want to invest into Vietnam? I said, wow, there's an ETF out there you should think about. And I said, look into VanEck for Vietnam, ETF. VNM was a ticker. You could have got it at $11.69 a share. Today it's $18.50. And I was saying how there was a drop in the hotel stocks. I said, don't fall for that. They'll rebound. So back then you could have got MGM for $13.19. Today it's $32.75 per share. We have the WNT offshore. You could have got for $2.11. We lost a penny. Wynn Resorts, $70.40 per share. Today, $112.88. Down here, you have USAA Precious Metals and Mineral Fund. There's a ticker. You could have got it for $17.06 per share. Today, it's $62.31. So I picked some really good ones back then. Back then, I suggested you get into XRP because you could have got it for 18 cents. Today it's $1.88 for each token. XLM, I said you can get for 5 cents. I suggested people get into it. XLM's at 21 cents. Ethereum you could have got into for $173.41 per token. Today it's $2,949.51. And Bitcoin, I suggested you get into it, $6,880.32 per token. Today, $88,190. So I can pat myself on the back because I think I did pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. So like I said, you can reach out to Money Metals, guys, and buy copper. You know, you're going to need a lot of it, to really make a difference. But if you start stacking now, who knows? If it keeps climbing up at the rate it's climbing, before long it's like $4, $5, $6, and you could have been on it right from the jump street. I like these rounds. It's 0.999 fine copper. The beautiful design on there. I like it. It's something you should think about because people are into the designs and they change all the time. So there is a worldwide shortage, it seems like, on all precious metals. Copper, gold, silver, so forth and so on. So don't wait till it's too late. Jump on there now. People are going, I can't really afford it now, Pimpy. Yeah, but you said it when it hit $20. You said it when it hit $30. You said it when it hit $70. I remember people say, I'm waiting for the price to come down. Well, good luck. Think cost average. Sure, you buy some now. If it goes down a little bit, okay, fine, no problem. But just keep stacking. That's all you're trying to do. Remember, you're trying to pass this wealth on to your family if you can afford to do that. Let me know what you guys think about one of the very first stock watches that I did and how the stocks performed. Anyways, that's it for now. I'll catch you later. I'm out.